What's going on, fam? It's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, Lucky Murray, and I'm back with another CHH today. This time, guys, we are talking Fidel. Fidel brought up a simple question, and I want to kind of answer this question. Is Christian hip hop representing the streets? And does it need to represent or have a street level representation in order for it to be relevant in the mainstream? So I'm gonna let Fidel talk about this for a second, and I'll come back and I'm gonna give you my thoughts, man.
All right, so let me continue this. So, man, I kind of lost my train of thought. This is my point. CHH is not the voice of people. It's not the voice of how Christians are, what they're thinking, what they're feeling right now. It does not represent that at all. My reason I bring NF out is I strongly feel like NF represents where people really are right now. I'm being specific to even if it's white America. So I'm just saying, most of the, like, I lived in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma in the Tulsa era in Oklahoma. I now live in Texas. So most of the kids that I was around when I would go home were, would be white. They would be around, 14, 15, even older. The way they expressed their love for NF was that he represented something for them that they felt like wasn't everywhere. And right now in Christian rap, most guys, when I hear their music, I literally feel like they're trying not to be something. And most of the time is they're trying not to be corny. And bruh, when you're obsessed with not being corny, or you obsessed with, man, I want my music to one day make it to Kanye, if that's your only goal, you're not just making the best music you can make. You're not, because you're not representing the people. Christian rap sounds like it's not listening to people. NF music sounds like he is representing a group of people that are unheard. And right now, so when I'm having conversations with people and they're voicing their opinions about, there should be Christian rap should be doing this, or Christian, like, bro, like, when I listen to mainstream music, like, I'm a trap guy, so I like guys like Lil Baby and Gunna and Young Thug and Yo God. That's the type of music that I was raised on. That's the type of music that I love. Like, that type of music would not make it in CHH stylistically, not content-wise, of course. The content can make it. But the story of guys who are from the trap, so dope, that does not really exist. And I hear he was like, well, a large part of Christians are kids that can't relate, but it doesn't matter if they can't relate. The stories still need to be told and promoted. Street artists have never been the highest sellers. They're never going to be what Eminem was or all of that. But the stories have to be told, because it is the foundation of hip hop, is the streets. And when that's missing, there is a huge gap. And it's very clear that there is a huge gap in representation. And a lot of that is because the guys with those styles, they wouldn't be heard in this, because the people, you're so obsessed with the people who you think out there, you're not representing the essence of where music is right now, which is the dudes who are from the bottom.
Well, here's what I think as far as Fidel. I think he's right, because he gave the analogy of NF and how NF has cultivated a mostly white audience to really gravitate to how they feel and live life through his lens. And NF has cultivated a mass audience. Just, it's crazy. I was picking my son up from school one day, and a young lady had an NF shirt. And I said, oh, you like NF? She said, yeah, I like NF and everything else. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, do you follow any other Christian in hip hop? And she was like, no, NF is really the only person I know. And I think the problem with that is the fact that you have NF, you do have street artists. You have Thizzle is the number one I'm thinking about that really represent the streets. You have Reconcile, you have Rockstar JT, you have who else? You have I think it's a JH Poncho. I interviewed him, and he's a really street artist, and you do have elements in Christian hip hop of artists representing just the streets element, but the thing is the evangelical Christianity youth group, the type of events that do pay these artists to come out and perform, will they buy into the music, and will they bring it on to a main stage or to a festival to really get that element of that music into the Christian mainstream market? And I think it's no, because I think that, yes, CCM, gospel kind of sort of, except hip hop a little bit, but there has not really been nobody that can cultivate at the street level to really do great damage here in Christian hip hop. So I think that once an artist can gravitate, could take that music, could take the elements that they grew up in and kind of flip it and kind of cultivate a fan base, then I believe that Christian hip hop can go to the next level. But Fidel says a lot of stuff, and I'm interested to see or hear what you have to say about this particular topic. Everybody's been talking about Christian hip hop. I reported Sunday. I did a special report as far as What Up RG and him talking about Christian hip hop as far as how it's sounding like 2012 youth group rap. And I think it's a problem that a lot of people feel they putting on for the culture, quote unquote, but I don't think a lot of people are doing it at a high level. So I'm interested to hear what you have to say. Again, it's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, and please don't forget all three. Lucky Murray back with another CHH Today. And guys, woo, Fidel, like what you said. Comment, let me know what you think. Go to luckymurray.com. Hit me up on all social medias. Check out my podcast. Until next time, people.